In a land torn apart by cruelty and injustice, a man endures the chains of slavery, separated from the woman he loves. His fate changes when a mysterious traveler crosses his path, offering him a chance at freedom. But the offer comes with a dangerous bargain: to help track down some of the most feared outlaws in the region. As they ride together through unforgiving landscapes, the man learns new skills, becoming a deadly marksman. With each bounty they collect, his determination grows, fueled by the dream of finding his lost wife. Their quest eventually leads to a grand plantation ruled by a wealthy yet merciless master and his manipulative advisor. Under the guise of conducting legitimate business, they infiltrate this estate, carefully plotting a way to free the woman without revealing their true intentions. But their plan begins to unravel when suspicion arises. A tense standoff turns violent and tragedy strikes. The man is captured, stripped of his weapons, and sent toward certain death. Yet fate gives him one more chance. Through wit and sheer will, he escapes, returning to face those who wronged him. What follows is a storm of vengeance. Bullets fly, buildings burn, and justice is served in the only way the law of that time could never deliver. In the end, he rescues the woman who had been the heart of his journey, and together they ride into an uncertain but free future, leaving behind the ashes of their oppressors. In the early 1990s, during a humanitarian crisis in Africa, elite soldiers are sent on what should have been a quick mission: capture high-value targets to weaken a brutal warlord's grip on the region. With overwhelming technology and training on their side, the operation seems straightforward. But when 2 helicopters are shot down over the city, everything changes. What was meant to last only an hour spirals into a harrowing overnight battle for survival. Trapped in hostile streets, the soldiers are surrounded by heavily armed militia. Cut off from rescue and low on supplies, they must fight block by block, house by house, against overwhelming odds. Amid the chaos, acts of extraordinary bravery emerge. Brothers in arms risk their lives to protect one another, refusing to leave anyone behind. The mission shifts from capturing targets to saving lives. As reinforcements struggle to reach the crash sites before more men are lost, through gunfire, explosions, and relentless attacks, the soldiers learn the harsh reality of modern warfare. Battles are not clean. Victories come at a cost, and survival itself can feel like the only measure of success. By dawn, the mission has left scars that will last forever, not just on those who fought, but on how the world views the true human cost of war. Can you guess the movie? Comment below if you know the title. A young woman finds herself caught in a dangerous deal she never wanted to be part of, forced into becoming a courier for a mysterious new drug. She's taken captive by ruthless criminals who surgically hide the substance inside her body. But when a brutal encounter causes the package to rupture, everything changes. The drug begins to seep into her system, triggering an extraordinary transformation. Her brain capacity starts increasing far beyond normal human limits. With each passing hour, her abilities evolve. She gains heightened senses, photographic memory, and control over her own body at the cellular level. Soon, she can manipulate her surroundings, bend technology to her will, and even defy the laws of physics. What begins as a desperate struggle to survive turns into a race against time. As her mind approaches full capacity, she seeks out experts who can help her understand what's happening and how to preserve the knowledge she's rapidly gaining. Meanwhile, the same criminals who started it all are hunting her down, determined to retrieve what they think still belongs to them. But with her newfound powers, she is no longer the prey. Her journey builds toward a mind-bending conclusion, where the limits of human potential are shattered, and the line between humanity and something far greater disappears forever. Amid the chaos of World War II, soldiers storm the beaches in one of the bloodiest battles of the conflict. Death surrounds them, yet a small group survives, only to be given an unusual mission. Their orders are not to capture territory or destroy enemy positions, but to find one man. This soldier's brothers have all been killed in combat, and the government has decided he must be brought home alive to spare his family further loss. Reluctantly, the squad ventures deep into enemy territory, questioning the value of risking many lives for the sake of one. Along the way, they face relentless gunfire, brutal ambushes, and the constant fear that their target may already be dead. As they journey from ruined towns to battle-scarred fields, The soldiers are forced to confront their own doubts, fears, and the harsh morality of war. Bonds form, sacrifices are made, and each step forward comes at a heavy cost. When they finally discover the man they've been searching for, he refuses to abandon his post, insisting he must stay and fight alongside his fellow soldiers. What follows is a desperate stand against overwhelming enemy forces, where courage, duty, and sacrifice collide. The story is both harrowing and deeply human, a reminder of the price of war, the weight of duty, and the power of brotherhood. Can you guess the movie? Comment below if you know the title. A skilled thief doesn't steal jewels or money, he steals secrets. Using cutting-edge technology, he enters the minds of others while they dream, breaking into their subconscious to extract hidden truths. But this time, the mission is different. Instead of taking something, he's asked to plant an idea, a nearly impossible task known as inception. Success could give him a chance at redemption, but failure would trap him in a maze of his own making. To pull it off, he assembles a team, an architect to design dreamscapes, a forger to bend identities, and specialists who understand how to navigate the layered world of the subconscious. Together, they dive deeper and deeper into levels of dreams within dreams, where time slows and reality becomes harder to recognize. Yet the greatest threat is not just the target's defenses, it's the thief's own mind, his age mind. Memories of a haunting past creep into the mission, threatening to destroy everything. As each layer collapses, the team races against the clock to finish the job and escape, before being lost forever in a place where dreamers can wander endlessly. In the end, reality and illusion blur. A spinning object becomes the test of truth, leaving audiences to wonder, was it all a dream, or did he finally find his way back? Can you guess the movie? Comment below if you know the title. During a manned mission to a distant planet, a sudden and violent storm forces the crew to abort their mission and evacuate. In the chaos, one member is struck, presumed dead, and left behind as the others make their escape. But he survives. Alone on a barren, hostile world, with limited supplies and no immediate way to contact Earth, he faces the overwhelming challenge of staying alive. The air is thin, the temperatures are deadly, and food is scarce. Yet, instead of giving in to despair, he relies on ingenuity, training, and sheer determination to outlast the impossible. Using salvaged equipment, he finds a way to grow food in the unlikeliest of places, turning the planet's unforgiving soil into a lifeline. He also engineers a method to communicate with Mission Control, setting in motion a daring plan to bring him home. Back on Earth, scientists and space agencies unite in a race against time. Calculations are made, risks are weighed, and an ambitious rescue plan takes shape. One that will test the limits of human engineering and the courage of those willing to attempt it. As months pass, the stranded explorer endures isolation, mechanical failures, and the constant threat that one small mistake could be his last, yet hope never fully fades. In the end, the mission becomes more than survival. It's a testament to human resilience, problem-solving, and the unbreakable will to return home, no matter how far away home may be. In the midst of a revolution, a weary farmer longs only for peace. He has seen the horrors of battle before and wishes to protect his family from the growing conflict around them. But when war reaches his doorstep, tragedy strikes, and his quiet life is shattered forever. Driven by grief and a burning sense of justice, he takes up arms once again. This time, he does not fight for a king or crown, but for freedom, for family, and for a cause greater than himself. Using cunning tactics and unorthodox strategies, he rallies ordinary men into a formidable militia. They strike swiftly and vanish into the wilderness, frustrating the might of a powerful empire. The struggle is brutal, marked by devastating losses and acts of mercy that test his resolve. As the revolution intensifies, he faces not only the enemy's ruthless commanders, but also the burden of keeping his children safe while leading men into battle. Each choice weighs heavily, forcing him to balance vengeance with honor and survival with sacrifice. Through courage and resilience, his fight becomes more than personal. It becomes a symbol of a nation's determination to rise, to break free and to claim its independence against all odds. This is a story of war, family, and the cost of freedom that leaves a lasting mark on history. Can you guess the movie? Comment below if you know the title.